What's up, y'all? I was gonna go live and well, during my travels, but after the debate, Kwame went live, and so everybody gonna be watching the aftermath of what happened. So I said I just record a video. I believe I am now in Washington, or I may be at the north of Oregon. Been traveling all night, driving up here to Lacey, Washington to continue filming this documentary. And as I'm driving, I'm listening to the debate uh, with SotoShowers and Kwame Brown. I just want to start this off by saying this, Kwame, man. My mans, don't ever feel like you got to say on your own YouTube channel, I can't talk. I'm just going to sit back since I can't talk. Maybe you can do it one time in order to show the public how someone acts. Once they see a sample of how somebody acts, you don't need to do it a second time, bro. Mute. Mute is your friend. And only in situations, not muting nobody contrasting your ideal or trying to say that their point, when they're getting loud and boisterous and diverting. Because there was a time when Tommy said this long rambling thing, and then he stopped and he did like this right here and smiled. It was just silence. As soon as you started, he cut you off. And I'm like, he doing this on purpose. These are semantics things. He's here to get a moment, to get views. He's not here to have any kind of discussion. But I don't know. I think I should title this right here, "It Was Over Before It Began," because there's so many different ways I'm going to explain how it was over before it began. The first reason it was over before it began is the simple fact that you guys are looking for two different audiences, right? You guys aren't looking for the same audience. Kwame, the kind of people that you are looking for, the kind of people that you're drawing in and get them all to laugh, and you start saying serious messages like you did on this video after he left. You said some really deep stuff that I connected with on here. Those people that you're looking for, the debate is for no reason, because we understand that no man should be acting this way because of a couple of days where you guys could not schedule an interview. There is nothing you can say that a man needs to go and show screenshots and all of this stuff. The second reason this was over with before it began is because this man said he recorded you, bro. I don't want people to put stuff into detailed context, man. I'm looking for stuff bigger than YouTube, and I found some stuff bigger than YouTube. I wanted to be on bigger platforms. I want to be on Netflix. I want to be other apps that you'll see me on here. In order to do that, I can't put myself in a position where someone is going to look at me and I just say I record phone calls for no reason. That lets you know this ceiling he is setting for himself. He's setting a ceiling for himself that he's going to cut himself off from any real business opportunities, because no one looks at that as normal. You see, one of my favorite YouTube channels, I got her in my recommended channel on my John Crime channel, is this woman by the name of Live Abuse Free. She's a psychologist, and she broke down narcissistic personalities, and she say that they try to do what they think regular people would do. Her words, what good people would do, but they're not a good person, so they're trying to imitate something, and you can't imitate something all day. Tommy will speak softly at times and say, "Sir." He's trying to imitate being a good person. But because he's a narcissistic psycho, he doesn't understand in no rational situation does people record everybody's phone conversation, regular conversation. "Hey, man, what's going on, man? Nothing, chilling, man. Yeah, you gonna have Judge Brown on? Yeah, man. Yeah, when we gonna do our thing?" No one sets up to hit a red record button before that happens. So the people that you're looking for, Kwame, they not gonna ride with nothing he say anyway. So the argument is over before it even begins. That's the second reason it's over before it even begins. The third reason the argument was over before it even began was because the kind of people you looking for, Kwame, automatically know if you go out here and call a man mama a bitch, you call a man mama a B word, that I'm gonna translate what that means. I'm ready to fight. Once you go out here and you tell a man you want to burn his kids up in the building, all I heard was, "All right, There's no more need to talk on YouTube. We need to see each other. There's no connection from you put me off for a couple for 3-4 days and I wanted to do something. So therefore your deceased mother is a B word. Not the people you were trying to reach out to, the rational good people, Kwame. We don't need to hear nothing this man got to say. There's nothing in the world that could ever call for that. Nothing. And you got to be careful of semantics, and you got to be careful. And I put up a video in detail about this over a week ago. When people debate, they take you down these fallacies, these roads that you don't need to go down, these semantics. It wasn't a phone call. You said a text phone call. No, rational people mean you told him to communicate with me. Let's talk in detail so we can be clear as men, so we won't go out here and be beefing with each other. You say that you called him. He tried to say you text. You know what rational people heard? We don't give a damn how it was. We understood to prevent any kind of back and forth from going on as black men. Let's have a conversation. That's what we understood. So the conversation, so the debate or whatever, him coming on the channel, it didn't even happen because. Do you want people, Kwame? You want the people to come over there? You want people to listen in that feels that you can just call a man mama a B word? Tell me something wrong with their intellect if they feel like that. Anybody feel like this justified on any level, any semantics? Justified. So it's very important. Like I try to tell people, and I try to use examples. Don't let people throw you off the conversation. If you're gonna entertain it a little bit, but make sure you're in control to drive them back to the real conversation at hand. There are little signs that people do with semantics. If they're trying to throw you off, that means they can't handle the truth. They can't handle the real part of the discussion. You ever notice I do one thing? I say what you say and I break that down. I will play what you say and I will break that down. I will go detail by detail. I don't do bland generalizations. I don't do stuff. The green attorney, I call him the green attorney now. The green attorney is from the South. I ain't never heard nobody from the South throw subs. That came from New York rap. We don't do subs in the South. We say names. We grown ass men here. We don't do subs. We don't do subs. But semantics throw you off. Go speak on their little channel. If I were to debate this man saying somebody who talk about him going to go speak on their little channel, he'd be throwing me off course to say that my channel bigger than his. How the fuck is my shit low? See how they do little semantics? They don't deal with the actual merit of your argument. Why are you telling people I doubled down when I didn't double down? That's the merit of that's what I'm saying. If you grown men, you answer that question. You don't need to go and do the little semantics. You don't need to go back and run to your little channel. The people who talk about me, they don't come on my platform. My brother, did you see what happened with Kwame and Tommy Brown? That's with Kwame Brown and Tommy Sotomayor. It always be the ones crying, come on my platform, because they're trying to get the views. But they end up looking like hypocrites in the process. The green attorney said, you have the right to come on his channel if you have a problem with something that he did, even though you're responding to his video. You have a right to come to his channel if you mention him. But his videos are about other men who he did not try to go on their channel. He did not contact these guys and say, I need to be on your channel because I have an issue with something you did. He did not contact Dr. Boyce Watkins and send him an email and say, hey man, there's a problem with something you did, so I need to come on your channel. And then Dr. Boyce Watkins told him no, so he had no choice but to go on his channel. No, he just went on his channel to say what his issues were about Dr. Boyce Watkins. I don't have a problem with that, but you got to live the life you say. If you say that there's an issue that people should come on your platform every single time and engage in some fuckery because you keep calling the name out and putting them in shit, you got to live you got to walk the walk you talking. Don't talk about no other men unless you go to their channel if you don't want nobody speaking about you on their channel. You can't have it both ways. You got a problem, you can come to my channel. Come to my channel. See how that works? You green, bruh. You green. You green and you don't like dealing with the issues and you like using your title. My man said, who's better to talk about stepdads than an attorney? Well, it depends, Mr. Attorney. What are you talking about? You talking about laws with being a stepdad, different rules of what you can have? Like if your stepdad and your wife die, can you have what you have no rights or anything over a child? Anything dealing with the law, you're right. But dealing with a stepdad, you know who the best person to talk about that issue? A motherfucking stepdad. Possibly. But even in that, it's still all a fallacy, because at the end of the day, you're supposed to just listen to the merits of people's argument. That's all you're supposed to listen to. You're supposed to care about the details. You're not supposed to care about the title or what someone do. So you're not supposed to, you don't have to allow nobody's name. Somebody make a trillion bunch of videos when somebody responded to you talking about them. I went live and I said, as soon as I left, this is why I left. I didn't critique your whole show. I just said why I left. Because your show was still going on for 6-7 hours. After your show ended, and when I went live, that's when I critiqued it. I have a right to critique the show that I'm on. Those are the only 2 videos. Then we talked on the phone like men. I understand we talk like men. You woke up the next morning after we talked like men, same bullshit. When you go on saying bullshit, people have the right to go back on their own platform. They have to come on your platform where you're getting paid. If you feel that way, then you come on my channel. People then have the right to go on their platform to respond to you saying, talking shit about them. I have a right to say what I'm saying now because you went live about Dr. Boyce Watkins and you said more weak ass sub shit. If you hadn't said more weak ass sub shit, we wouldn't be saying nothing about you. That's how that works. You be making me feel like you do this shit on purpose, bro. You be making me feel like this is all a game or some shit just to get views, bruh. Because it is quite simple, bro. I never looked at you as a bad person. I didn't like how you ran that one show. I spoke about it. That's it. Move on. I said that you went on vacation. You came back on some old shit. You did come back on some old shit. Nobody was talking about that. Nobody was talking about fair use and all of that stuff. Everybody was chilling, being mature. Choke No Joke wasn't talking about me. I wasn't talking about Choke No Joke. Everything was done, and you brought up some old shit. That's true. You came back from a vacation. You brought up old shit. I told you. What did I say? I said we out here doing some other shit. We talking about Dr. Boyce Watkins and all this other shit. What you do? You put up another video that didn't get that many views. So then you came out after that talking about Dr. Boyce Watkins for 9 hours. I don't put down people that do lives for 9 hours. I'm only pointing that out because your critique against me was I talk about you for 2 hours. I take what people say and I break them down line by line. I stay on a specific topic by myself. I don't have a panel up with me or nothing. Just me. I don't know no full hour day plus hour overtime now. I don't do none of that stuff. I break it down and I get on with my life, man. So the question is, since this is how people do, including you always show yourself to be a hypocrite. You got a video about fair use and all of this stuff, but then you took my intellectual property and you put my thumbnail inside of your video, which made me go on because I have to defend myself now. You tagged me in some shit and put my intellectual property that you took from my channel without asking. You did that and you moved on. So you're a hypocrite. And then you're a hypocrite in this situation because you talk about black men and you don't go on their channel. You don't reach out to them to try to go on their channel. So I'm doing what people do on YouTube. They defend themselves by making videos on their channel. That is normal. That's what everybody does. If you have a problem with the normal process, practice what you preach. You're more than welcome to come on here on my channel. Let me know I set it up. And we won't have to talk for 9 hours about that. How about that? I got to get me some gas. I got to get back on this road, man. I got to finish this documentary. Hopefully YouTube will be back to normal in about 2 days. Where I'll be back home. I'll be sitting in my room and I can take somebody and we can go through details. We can stay on the subject. We ain't got to produce fallacies. We ain't got to use semantics. We ain't got to go off subject. We ain't got to try to put down the channel. We ain't got to do none of that. We can just talk about the topic at hand. Love you all. It's been real.